have a perfect setup, meaning every single of my 5 conditions are met fully, and we are consolidating, I will usually take somewhere between 3 and 4 times my standard max risk on that trade, if that happens. Meaning that one trade there could account for 5 days of profit if I get one of those.
Wow.
So
and you put on more, and you're willing to risk more.
I'm
so you buy
risking
it.
5 times the amount, if that's the
But
case.
you're risking in terms of the amount or in terms of the stop.
The dollar amount, like, because the size is just increased. The stop
Okay,
loss
so
is
you
not.
just increase the size. Okay.
Yeah.
Down to the wire.
Holy shit.
So you don't add to your position, like you
Nope.
just go in full.
Yep.
Oh.
Bex, that was a good comment you put on in the chat.
What, the Elon Musk?
Yeah.
Which one?
The one you put on. Oh. 80 hours a week. No. I'm the somebody bets with him.
Yeah, I wouldn't bet on Elon Musk, dude. I think that guy's gone psycho. Like,
No. I'm just saying that is a powerful statement. What you just wrote there, like that. Everybody's looking at it the other side of the coin, right? But what happens when him and Trump fucking get together, or I don't know who, but like, you know what I mean?
yeah.
The guy will be like it'll be like a fucking, yeah, he'll be a nightmare, right? Like, what if him and Bezos finally get together?
Oh my god.
Hey,
I
you
think
see what I'm
Bezos would
getting
think
at?
he's
Like,
crazy.
that is a powerful statement. What you just wrote. That's kind of fucked. That's kind of true. Like, it'll be freaking scary actually when he goes fucking bonkers. Because he, like you just said, he's off his fucking rocker, man. He's completely fucking. Why would he want to have Twitter? This is what I always ask him the other side, the other question, right? Like, why does he want Twitter? So he can control
Communication.
Right? And who wants control of communication? He doesn't give a fuck. Guess who
Megalomaniacs.
does? Other politicians do. Who got banned from Twitter during the campaign? Or whatever. It wasn't banned, I guess. But who
No,
got
he
static?
He was
Trump.
banned.
He was banned.
Oh, it looks
Trump
like we're gonna
was?
go down, guys. Well, let's see. You can
Trump
take
was all
out
fucked up,
81.
right?
That could be interesting.
Trump got all fucked up with the Twitter. Look at how it all aligns. He's ready. He's boosting his what do you call it? He's saying candidacy. Now it's like, okay. So note that NQ is not holding its level, and ES came up and rammed its head up against the level. Now and now it's falling through, right? So NQ is leading the downward push as well. Start with the ES was leading the upward push in the morning already. Now NQ is going to lead the downward attack. I do believe that we could get down to the 60s area. It was the question is it going to happen right away, or is it going to take all fucking day, and then Friday it's down to the 60s for a continuation long for me. The question is it Friday, and is it going to decelerate the whole fucking process or fuck up the whole process because it's Friday? That's where I kind of feel like we're at. So I'm actually going to be starting to look for a short to try and take it to 60 because it's pretty fucking far, and that's probably good enough. We did rotate our bull. Our bull rotation was here done at 17, 8:19, 8:20 a.m. We did a rotation into bear, and then we confirmed bear here at 9:22. As well as the triple confirmation. That would have been the pullback there at 9:27, but seeing as we're not trading in the pre-market, would have been the short right there at 27, right? For me.
It's a really good setup.
Now we're running off like a fucking idiot, and we don't have anything to grab.
Oh, I know exactly. Well, I don't know exactly. That's a lie.
There was a pullback here at.
I did slam
32
market sell on NQ, by the way. So
nice.
Grab that.
Yeah, I got half of that move at least. So before I scaled out.
You got to be quicker than that.
Well, Half of that move
Okay.
with that size is fair enough for me.
Oh, I know exactly what I want to happen.
You gonna do, Specs? Tell us. Don't
Short
hide it.
94.
I'm flat,
You're gonna
flat.
short 94. Okay.
Yep.
I'm flat, thank you.
Short 94. Short 94.
I mean, if it
94.
works, it
Holy
works.
fuck. 94. Okay, so you think we're gonna break into new? Oh, 94 is not quite highs. Or it is highs. It is highs. Okay. Okay.
Anyway, who knows? I see this setup once a week, but it happened kind of yesterday. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Like it pulling. You're saying it's pulling down, then it's gonna go back up, and then we're gonna test the top and say fuck off and come back down. And then where do you think? Like, do you like my 60s or?
60s are possible. Yeah.
Like your 60s, there's a break, like the footprint shows like it's a vulnerable area.
The only issue I have is we got a VWAP at 72s, and we've got stair steps from hell to heaven all the way, right? We have levels at 76 is a level, right? And then we have another level at the 68, and then we have another level at 63. Seemed to have fallen right through that pretty quickly, right? So that was pretty aggressive. Specs, are you going to want to try and take this long to 94, or are you just going to wait for 94 or whatever?
That is a great question. If I had a level, I could, but don't really have a level.
Like a bounce level here, like where we're going to stop and then go back up. Is that what you're?
Yeah. Do you have a level like that? Because I would love that.
Yeah, we're on it right now.
I slammed a little bit on
77.25.
ES long.
77.25. We just bounced it. We just bounced it. Fucking Jesus, fucking Christ! This guy's fucking math is too much, man.
Yeah. Fucking
Sick.
Fucking asshole is gonna
Risky
make
is
buy
actually the
screens and
greatest
everything.
trader in the universe.
Scale,
I'm not even
scale.
kidding.
Scaling.
Yeah, scale.
Well, it's a low volume area too, right? And it came running into it, didn't want to break through it.
Order submitted.
It could
we
be a little bit of
I-
a Risky's is a little bit too. don't
I'm
have any
flat.
follow
I'm
through.
flat.
Yeah,
I'm flat. I'm
exactly.
flat. It's not giving me anything. Like
This is
that
tough.
was
This is no direction.
the mother of the tightest stop I've taken in a while. Like the mother of tightest stops that I've put on in a while. Like open session on RTH having 4 ticks to stop is, oh, that's tight.
Expect, did you say you want to short at 90 something?
94, like the top, is what he's.
Yeah, so 91 is the level, right? We've
91
got a
is a
daily
level.
That
Right,
could
but then
work.
you got that access to the. You know, what I mean, you would have to suggest that the high a day is, well, close enough, right? Like, if it fights anywhere above that 91 to the 94 or whatever, I would suggest that that triple top area would be interesting. to say the
And they're gonna
least.
slam this. They're gonna slam this.
Personally, would like to see it get up to 4,000 for sure.
I don't think it'll go through 4,000.
No, I think
Not-
it
not
might
today.
go
I
up
don't think it
there.
has it in it, right, to actually push that hard that much. Not that
Don't
far,
forget.
but
Don't forget at
Oh,
3.
that's-
Don't forget at 3 p.m. You have options expiry.
Yeah, this is going to be volatile today, so it could extend really far up or down.
Yep.
NQ.
That's
leading
the reason why I literally slammed out my longs there when we hesitated.
Yeah.
I was not close to my target, but like I did not like what I saw.
Look at that, it just
Um,
touched that low volume area again and just reacted like a motherfucker. Do you see that?
Yeah, but it that is so hard to catch it.
Oh no,
in that-
I'm not saying that was a trade. I'm just saying, do you see the reaction though at that low volume, right?
I mean,
That's
if they can
fucking
respect,
heavy.
if they can respect it, the thing is how the profile created on the overnight session, it's basically a previous breakout point and a previous low. Well, first it was a previous high, then a previous low on a 30 minutes like basis. So this is an area where they would want to fill in. Like if they're gonna clean out that low volume node, then they would want to trade there.
I'm really going to be interested in this thing going to 60 like look at all this low volume here. It's just gonna want to walk through it probably pretty quickly.
I would say, like, if it goes to 60, then I rather take like, if we have a, like, continuation on 63.75 and it shows weakness, I'd rather take a short for a breakout trade down towards 55.
You're saying it may
Rather
not even
than-
stop. It may not want to stop
Yes,
at 60 by the
because-
time it gets there. The velocity is going
yes,
to be fucking at
Exactly.
max. Yeah.
And based on that, there's a high volume node from both the overnight session and from the previous RTH at roughly 55. It will most likely pull into that region if it doesn't stop at 63.75, roughly estimating. Now, that's the like valley of the overnight low volume node. It's 63.75. 63.75, 63.50.
That's why I kind of said 60s, right? Because it could
Yeah.
stop at 67. I don't fucking know,
Yeah,
right? Like,
I know.
literally
I know. I'm just giving you guys a hint where I'm looking at it because
I appreciate it.
that's where I would, like, if I would take a breakout trade, which I haven't done in years. That would be, well, not years, but almost a year. 11 months. It's been a while. I should have held some of those shorts from NQ. What a pain in the ass.
Is it going to respect? It doesn't seem like it wants to respect
No,
the
no,
VWAPs.
It's not respecting anything right now. Just hesitation
Maybe.
from sellers. Like, the only thing that happened is hesitation from sellers.
Got a
And the
bunch of
delta
buyers
is-
here. All overnight buyers are slowly trying, take profit or...
Well, that much I can't say.
You got to think that people were buying and buying and buying all night, right? Then, so when it starts to fall down here, what are they going to want to... No, they're not going to want to be the... think about it, your own position. Like, if you're like, you're up 50 ticks, and you're like, oh, okay, maybe it'll go, and you're like up 40 ticks, you're like, and then you're up 30 ticks, you're like, fuck it, I'm going to take it, right? That's what's potentially going to start happening. The
I mean,
reverse
it
of a
it
short
all
squeeze.
depends. It all depends if the people that have been buying are shorter term speculators and then are hedging their positions, because that consolidation at the highs was for roughly 2 hours.
Okay, well, that's a great question, because shorter term speculators, do you think they spend
They won't
where do they
spend the money.
No, where do they spend their time? Is it in the RTH or in the ETH, right? Like, do the shorter term speculators spend their time? Well, like, you're a rare. I don't know if you're a rarity now that I've put my eyes to the global.
I mean,
picture of trading,
it's
really.
it's not rare in that regard, but like, if European traders see an opportunity to basically long NQ or ES, they will most likely take that opportunity. And considering the amount of capital like the European traders have, they can push the market quite far. So, and if they are having a feedback loop of people buying off each other consistently when other people are selling, then they can push it pretty far. So I can't tell you for sure what the reason is for the move up. I did not see any major unwinding of short positions in the options market in the overnight session, but I don't know. I only know that the put call ratio was insanely high yesterday, and the premiums was fucking nuts.
That's what I saw too. Wasn't it high? I thought it was Wednesday.
Yeah, it was high on Wednesday when the Ukraine shenanigans. That's why I sold all my puts. Like, I unwinded my entire position on the same day I took the trade. So, was favorable. Well, On Thursday, you had that drop from the entire European session. They pretty much sold it off. That's disgusting. And today they ripped it up. Like, they ripped it up pretty much from midpoint of the downtrend to the top, like above the Thursday European Open.
Is there some sort of OPEC news or something? Why is
I
crude
don't
is like
know.
dumping
I don't know what's
huge?
happening with oil.
I mean, oil expectations, it has with the demand to do. Like, they are expecting demand to decrease substantially. The European Union said that they will need to increase rates for, like, they're going to start real QT in 2023. So, start of 2023. Which means that the global oil demand is probably going to shrink massively. And it's like front running that.
You know, I think it's just. I don't want to get started into this conversation.
No,
because
but
I have but I
it's
have
front
like
running.
I have odd business biases,
Mhm.
right? It's just like it blows me away when they make a bunch of bullshit fucking comments about supply and demand when it's just them turning a valve on and off and like dipping into reserves and not dipping into reserves and stockpiling here and not stockpiling. Yeah.
Yeah, but it is about supply and demand. Like, there is a constant, like, more
I know,
or
but
less
it's just
constant
as
demand.
easy. It's just a reason for you to think that there's a reason for price to go up. Meanwhile, they're just sitting back, fucking turning a valve on and off, and it's not like the end of the world. They're always
No, of
making
course.
money, right?
I
Like,
mean, in that regard, yes, but like when it comes to like them actually making supply cuts, it's them not investing into new oil wells or them not like
yeah, but
closing down
see,
oil wells.
well, okay, decommissioning oil wells that aren't producing
No,
enough.
it's
Hey,
more
listen,
like
Risky,
Mm.
enough. It's still producing 100 barrels a day, but we're looking for 110 barrels, so we're going to shut this down. You get what I mean? Because then we opens up a quota or whatever, like our allowable amount of fucking oil rigs, because we know we got a new one over here that's going to produce 250 barrels a day. So we're going to close the one down that does 150 a day or 110 a day because it's not quite cutting it. It's still making a shitload of money, right? You shoot like.
I mean,
I don't know.
yes, in that regard, yes, but I wouldn't say it's that simple because they want to balance it between the demand for the product and at the same time keeping price artificially high, meaning that if they predict that there will be a reduced demand, they will intentionally put money into shutting down their production facilities. It costs money for them to plug wells. That's the short answer.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
if you would,
And there has to be a really good reason for them to want to shut it down, which would be that they have a new one that they can open up that does double.
no, when it comes to like Kuwait and Saudi, which are the main people that are
Oh,
like
okay. I'm not really
responsible for
talking about
OPEC.
Kuwait and Saudi. I was thinking more American fucking Gulf,
I
Mexico
mean,
kind of shit. But yeah,
they can only produce at a certain like when price is above a certain like price point. So at the moment, like you should not be worrying about what they are doing. Like they don't affect the price at all, more or less, because they are just riding the wave. Like their production, like where they break even point, is much higher than the break even point for Kuwait and for Saudi. Like it's almost double the price. I can't remember the exact price level where the fracking industry in the US has a break even point, but from last time I checked, it was double what the production rate which Saudi can do it at. existing wells have a break-even point of roughly $29 per
Barrel?
in the U.S. Per barrel in the U.S. Like if you're gonna create new wells, the average is around $60 per field
That
per
makes
new well.
money. Oh, well, that
So-
makes 100% profit. That makes sense.
Yeah, like they're really profitable. The majority of these oil wells right now because of the price. But if
Not a
you're
lot of
looking at the
companies-
statistics for like okay, put it this way: like if you're a country like Kuwait or Saudi, which basically 90% of their revenue is based on oil, would you not want to keep the price artificially high to keep your income source stable?
Okay, we're on. I have a
Uh,
struggle there at VWAP. Just see if it comes and pushes a like a resistance against it now, like on the bottom side.
we're having positive uptick here at the us
I
recently.
was talking to another guy, completely different place. But he uses that same kind of theory as you, but he uses it on a 15-minute fucking chart, a 1-hour chart, right?
That's
and then
fucking
he
that's
uses.
super difficult to do.
Oh, I know. And then he uses Renko and Haishi Akin candles to
Yeah.
do it. I was like, huh, wow. He says he
Question.
only trades maybe once or twice a week.
Yeah.
What downside target do you guys have?
60. Fuck.
50?
I mean, to be perfectly reasonable, if I would be short, my downside target would be somewhere like either 63.75 or 55. It depends.
Hmm.
I know that's a broad range for you to look into, but somewhere in the range between
Yeah, well,
63, 75, and
So
55
basically,
even.
Risky, you're
Okay.
saying either the low node or the high node.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's either
Because
going to waltz right through it and then get support at the
exactly,
pivot,
exactly.
or it's going to get to the edge of the fucking area of volume demand and say, no, we're going to fill in the 60s area, keep dancing back and forth here from 60 to, well, 70, I guess, 60 to 70, 60 to 70, kind of, which is a ranging, it's a pretty nice looking sounding, pretty nice sounding range, if you were.
I can't believe I didn't hold more of those shorts. What a fucking fuck up. Hello, wind tunnel.
Better to have loved and lost than to never have loved before. This fucking guy. See you later.
Yep.
Wait, whoa, I just missed something? The Fed guy?
Fuck are people complaining about the market going to sleep? We consolidate a little bit after what a fucking like
Yeah.
retarded overnight session. Like, are you kidding me? Like people who sit here for half an hour complain about not enough volatility because ES doesn't move 50 ticks in 2 minutes. What the fuck? Come on. You can do better. Hello, Specs.
Bonjour. I was thinking of short at 62, but I don't know anymore. It seems way too strong. I think.
I mean,
94 is a
right
good price.
here, it seems strong. It's just a balancing area. Like, I have no interest in fighting here.
Don't you have a level at 67?
No, I don't.
What do you think we could break below 62 if we get there?
Depends on the speed when it
Like
really
the
depends on
whole
the velocity when it comes into it.
like the funny thing is we're consolidating above an area where we're close, like we're semi-close to the low volume node, and
Mhm.
usually that's not a good thing that they consolidate above it, because if these buyers let go, like they stop defending it, like when they're doing this, like this is basically what you're looking for, a breakout trade. Like when you're looking for a breakout trade or a reversal of a breakout region, this consolidation which we have here is what you're looking for. So if they fail, it will most likely just slip straight through that area because it's so close. Like it's 5 points away. Like the bottom of this range is 5 points away from the LVN, and 5 points is fairly easy for them to just push it down
Mm-hmm.
if they really go hard.
So is there a way to get uptick downtick on NinjaTrader?
I don't know. I have not looked into it.
Google it.
I mean, it's really just a comparison of uptick volume versus versus downtick volume. So it's not a very complicated instrument. So it should be available, but I don't know.
Like it's like when you look at uptick downtick, are you looking at it at the 500 stocks in the index, or how are you looking at it?
I'm looking at it for specifically for ES. I don't care what the individual stocks, because the tick, the NYSE tick indicator, it's not based on the weighting of each stock. It's just purely the downtick and uptick, meaning that the weighting of the index is irrelevant. So you can have like a micro cap that gets fucking slammed and it shows you like 1,000 downtick. So it's not an accurate indicator. You would need to use it specifically to check what the uptaking volume in the future is, or an SPY. You could do that as well. If you could track the uptick downtick in SPY, because it is like weighted based on market cap, you could use that. But it would require you more data inputs. So it depends. There's probably some crazy fucker who has done it. His name is probably Numbers.
What has Numbers not done?
Oh, he like when he's bored, he's just like backtesting and trying new indicators, or researching new indicators, I should say, or doing research papers, which is, if you're an intellectual like him, then that's your fun. Personally, I prefer to detach my brainstem from the rest of my body when I'm not doing this. So
I think that's most normal people. Or-
just go into the nothing box and just
Yes.
sit there.
Go into mush mode,
Yep.
take a break.
Like technically, from a momentum standpoint, the area between 69.75 and 71.75 would have been a really nice long from a momentum standpoint. The problem is we have tapering volume as we go up here. So likely, you were saying 79 or 91 to go short? I would say there's a possibility to go short at 82.
I was saying a short at 62, but if it's on a pullback, I don't want anything before 90s.
Okay.
Like, which is very ambitious, but I know if I get it, I'll be good, and if I don't get it, well, whatever. There might be a scalp though in the middle.
I think there's a greater possibility, to be honest, for you to go short at approximately 82s.
Yeah, maybe. 82 is good.
Because the initial volume of trading on ES is pretty weak on the top side. Like there's only 88.50 and 88.75 and 88.25 and 87.25, which has particularly high volume traded. The rest of it is below like 2,000 lots, which is insignificant. Like if you're looking at the volume distribution, there are two distributions right now. If you're looking at the like full session, and there's a gap right at 82. Like there's an LVN that is not like an LVN in my standard, but you could still fade it from that point. Don't like how we rotated 78s now. That's so weird.
This looks weak as hell.
I mean, that is also a thing. Like it looks weak right now, but just jumping on the train right now before it actually breaks the low is how they like most breakout traders get caught.
Oh yeah, I'm not waiting until I'm not
No, no.
hitting it until 60s. You
Yeah.
know, like there's no point.
What is your target if you hit it at 60?
I don't know, like 47,
Well, that could be possible
just
with a
15
little bit
points.
of help.
Yeah.
My question would be why 47? Why not 49?
I just have a measured move.
Okay, okay.
Probably isn't the best way to trade it, but it's been working.
I was just looking at the profile there. That's fine. Come on, bitch, break.
Oh, this is looking interesting.
See how it came back and tested the VWAP, but very, very lightly. Didn't even fucking. They just said.
You
nope.
see that large market order there? At 70s even?
So much shit to watch. Second.
There was 1,500 lots that slammed into 70s.
We've got
Fucking
I've got
whale.
1,000. I got 1,000 lots there for sure.
Yeah. But like they hit it hard. Because I got the volume indicator that like someone slammed large size. I was like, what the fuck? I haven't gotten the volume indicator in a while. And it was one order, so they did not even care to hide it. They just slammed it, and it was market buying. So
there's the news. Is there news? Oh, there is news. Look at how low the volume is here at 63.75.
what news is it?
Existing home sales.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't really care about that. It was higher than expected,
expected.
but lower than previous. So
Yeah. So interesting. Good news
I don't
is
know.
bad news. Good news is bad news, right?
and vice versa. Everything good news, everything bad news. If it's a rumor, it's good news. If it's news, then you inverse what if it was good or bad. Exactly like the Ukraine shenanigans. Fucking rip to the moons afterwards.
How does the tape feel right now? Weak?
I mean, we're having like slightly downticking, but we're having like consistent cumulative selling. But that doesn't say a whole lot. I can't really tell you what's going on because I don't know myself yet. Like,
Okay. Yeah, they're definitely fighting it out here. Oh,
that's why I don't want to touch it because I don't want to be in between
Order
when
submitted.
some big
Okay.
fucker decides to just fucking slam it, like, because it could rip
Get through
against
the
you.
64s.
Assuming you're short.
I usually don't deviate
Harvey?
from my plan. Yeah. I'm short for sure.
Where are you short from?
I had to sit through some pain, but I got 74 flat.
Well,
Baby, go. Well, the question is, where is it going to want to stop? Let's get the velocity running here, and then we'll be able to see. Fucking piece of shit will stop or not. We gotta go back to our other charts. Right, exactly. And then we're gonna want to switch our bias quickly and go long off of whatever spot it wants to pivot. That's just my opinion. That's not financial advice. There's your fucking disclaimer.
Well, it's lucky I pulled my orders there. I was like thinking about filling for a long there, but
Not yet, little one. Not yet.
yeah, I know. I saw it after I saw it that my confirmation broke there, so I just canceled my order because that's the reason why this strategy has such a fucking high win rate. Is because if the confirmation breaks, you just fucking flat that fucker instantly.
Yeah, right. Like it's done.
Yeah, it's done. Like there's
even bother,
there's no
it's fucking
point
done.
in fighting it. Like
Yeah, like there's no hopium on it at all. It's
No.
It's
Because
either you take the needle or you don't take the needle.
because it is like an if statement. If
What is
this,
it?
then you execute. If not, then well, there's no fucking thing you do. You don't execute. If you have an order, fucking cancel that shit.
We just got filled.
16,
Who got filled?
35.
John? Who got filled?
We just filled the overnight gap.
Not hugely surprised about that.
Actually, gonna set an order here. I don't like the way it's working out. Limit. Hurry up, motherfucker. Don't. Do it again on the other side. Motherfucker. There. Holy fuck. There.
Breathe.
Well, that's one of the things, right? I sit in the fucking trade to let it come all the way back up to my trail stop for pennies. I just need to cut it and change my fucking attitude and go long when it needs to go long, and right and just shut it off. Get the expected move, which we are. We made it all the way down to the 61, which is more than adequate of what we're looking for. So why am I fucking holding on until it comes all the way back up to 70? My trail's at 70. So why would I hold on all the way back up to 70? Right? Perfect. Look at that. We got that fill. Perfect. 61.50. Took off 1/3. The fuck is that? 47 ticks. Fill in my fucking thing.
What a fucking body slam they did there.
Perfect.
I'm happy I did not fucking
I stopped
oversight
engaged.
that region.
See? And then we'll move our trail stop right in. Fuck it. On top of that. There. So now it's 65 is the trail. 65, 75, 66, give or take.
I don't like that there's reduced volume trading in ES. Like, there's not as much volume as there usually is.
What time is it? 10?
The volume is fairly mild.
4,000. Yeah, you're light. You're right. It's lower. It is picking up right now as this deceleration is coming in.
Yep.
Sorry, deceleration did. Price decline. Sorry. It's an acceleration into price decline.
I would say
There's your short or your midpoint there.
I would say that you should take more profits around this region here, Harvey, because this area might fucking snap back hard.
Exactly. So I'm going to trail that down. Well, not trail, but I'm going to take my profit. Profit.
I would say
take.
56
I'm gonna put it to
56 is.
59.
Are you gonna take 59? Well,
Yeah, so it comes back up, right? It'll push, and that's just the top of that volume area. It's probably likely that it will hit it. So that's, you know, all heat at the moment, right? Like, so more, it likely will hit this and then probably reverse down. But if it doesn't, there, took it. Well, that was at 60. Perfect.
that's the reason why I like
That's
to
right.
have the high volume nodes as targets to take like if I'm trading thirds as you're doing currently, then I like to usually scale out. Like if I have a region of interest like 63, for example, like I would scale some there and then I would scale the rest at 56. Well, another third if I'm holding like that.
56
And then I
happens
would,
in a blink of an eye, though, right?
yeah,
I see what
but
you're
that's
saying.
fine.
If you were to come back down now and do it, yeah.
But you could have placed your order preemptively since you knew it was a high volume node. That's what
Sure.
I'm saying.
That's
So you have target you have but you have targets there since you know it's a high volume node. It's likely to be either like how high volume nodes trades. They trade similar to how low volume nodes trade. Like either there is a large fucking defender on that side, which will literally buy the living shit out of it, or there is a large seller which will meet the counterparty at that point and fight for it. And now they fought for the LVN, which is likely not to be fighting at a high volume node instead. It's a kind of logic of how they're trading it. Like they're forcing it down to go to an area of interest. Like they really did not need to defend the 63 area at all. So I don't get it why they did that. Like 61 to 63 was fucking retarded for them to even fight over. From a auction market theory perspective.
Yeah, no, I see you. I see what you're.
And now they just ignore the high volume node. There's like nothing traded there. Like 3,000 lots combined traded there. Compared to the area which should have had no volume.
Yeah, and seeing they put the chart in a funny spot now as well. Because it's got to break now like 65 before we start
I
getting
think we should go long, honestly.
I do, but Specs, we just got to get the right timing on it, right? Like,
Yeah.
we could have suggested that the pullback at 58
Did you
was
scale?
the entry.
Yeah. I trailed my stop. I got stopped out. I don't like this. I trailed my stop. I got some out.
I mean, the thing is, which is good when you're. That's something like I realized that you probably need to learn, like managing the active trades. Like you have good perception on getting the trades when you're before you take the trades, but then actively managing the trades needs to improve by trailing, for example, or partial profits.
I need some
Because
kind of way to look at
Yeah.
the tape, because I'm not looking at the tape.
Fuck, I was just about to trail my stop down a little
Oh,
tighter to just get out of this to finish.
What the fuck, man?
I didn't.
Because it's really like during the last 15 like on a 15-second chart since the bottom, since we hit 56, there's literally only upticking. And the bid-ask delta is also going up.
This is what I mean, where they fucked up the chart, right? Like, there's no, like, it's not, it's going to need to do something here, and it's going to be a bigger move. Like, in the meantime, to get it to switch.
I think I need to go fucking buy myself a energy drink or something to watch this shit.
I don't know what to do.
Running really clean right now.
I don't want to go short.
I mean, I would say, Specs, if you're feeling like you're uncertain, just wait it out a little bit longer, do something else for a little while, and just come back and look at it. Like, you don't need to sit there consistently.
There's some
like
snow on your face.
Yeah, something.
And then comb your mustache.
Comb your mustache. Well,
Bex has got a killer mustache.
well, Specs, I would recommend just stepping away for a minute and come back later and trade, because we're going into, like, come back, like, taking half an hour, go away, do something else, come back and trade the European close. Usually there's a move around the European close, which is in 1 hour and 17 minutes. So just step away for a second if you feel like that, if you're getting flustered. It's way easier for you, especially if you're looking for longer term trades, like runners.
Flush.
It's not as easy as everyone seems to just sit here and watch this shit. It's not for everyone.
Hey, pull back, bitch.
And then we came back and tested the 65 area. Oh, nice. Dumb fucking cunch.
Is that 57? 56.75.
We literally came back and touched it the
75.
opposite side of the LVN at 65 and then reversed. What a fucking dickhead. Well, that's
75.
grand.
Jesus.
Retro, how are you doing in this shenanigans?
Like a long 58. I'm gonna hold it.
Fair enough.
Did you? At what time? True.
Well, it's 58:25. I'm about to get stopped out.
What time?
Then I have to look. I'll tell you in a
I guess it's
second.
about a difference between a minute. It's just a minute difference. But did you get it at 10:08 or did you get it at 10:09?
Well, I guess I don't know because it doesn't tell me until I close the trade.
Oh, okay.
I could look on my mobile.
I think you'll be safe. I think that I'm gonna want to take it long when it comes down here and
It
touches this.
just closed me out. I can retake it.
I'm gonna roll that trail in. I'm rolling that trail in at 62.50s now. Fuck it. That would be 46. 45.
Yeah, I'm trying to get back in.
So,
Okay, I'm back. Took it again.
Was an
This time
aggressive
it's
slam from them.
61.
go through.
They're overfighting this region so hard. At least on NQ, it's fucking nuts.
Like I want my target's like 70, 71, 72, or over 68, somewhere over 68.
I think we can hit 80 potentially. We'll see.
I just think it's going to be too choppy, so I'm not going to try to hold this. But I think it has the potential to rotate all the way back up. It's just like a weird day. I could see it being.
NQ did a perfect touch of the overnight low. Like as close as perfect as you can get on the system that me and numbers are running. The problem is they're both consolidating so heavily that there's no real momentum to drive it in either direction. Like both ES and NQ, like they're consolidating in such a weird spot. I don't know if Russell is any different. Crude stopped at least for now on the sell-off.
Can miss that. Damn mother. Q took a bounce off the level.
NQ.
DL is running up against the bottom side. Level. And that gas is going fucking bonkers.
Sure, Matthew, in a bit.
Did I miss the transfer in sugar?
That is what I was looking at. On the larger time frame. On the smaller time frame, it looked like this. And I think you can clearly see in this picture here on the smaller time frame that there is a clear opportunity. Bid-ask delta is basically is inversing directions after 10:03, 10:04 roughly. It is changing direction, and it's now predominantly up, while we're also having uptick. The question is just if they're gonna like hold it here or if they're gonna puke through it. That's 5 seconds for NQ. Yeah, it's 5 seconds for NQ.
Risky, it's doing the exact same thing. We're battling that low node again.
Yeah.
On the bottom side now instead.
But NQ is like super aggressive. Like, I mean super aggressive.
It's gonna push, it's pushing right through it.
This is gonna go. I think it's just gotta fight it out a little bit.
I mean, that chart is simple because I'm literally only tracking the volume profiles on a higher time frame. That's all I'm doing on that instance of Sierra. It's the only thing I'm doing there. I'm running 3 instances currently. The one on that you commented that was simple is 30 minutes.
It's just not gonna give me a fucking entry, is it?
Well, this is super difficult. Like, I can tell you, if you did not catch it, it's probably like, unless you're gonna fucking like chase this fucker, and I don't want to do that. Like, that's not happening. Volume is decreasing so heavily when we're going up now that it's not even funny. Like, it could reverse here really hard. Just for safety reasons, I'm gonna say this now. I don't want anyone to get fucked on this. Because if they slam it now to the downside, it will go rip fast. Like, really fast.
16 point.
And this is what I meant with volume like decreasing as we're going up. I'm gonna send you a screenshot of ES for reference. And you can see the average sumized volume is ticking predominant, like is decreasing as we're ticking up. Which is really a warning sign for you to, like, if you have a long, get the fuck out or take profits, do whatever to manage your risk. Because that shit can hurt if it comes back.
I see it too. Not looking at volume, but I'm looking at something else.
Yeah, but like as long as you have a way to
Oh, but
track
as long as
the-
you see it too, it's nice that you're seeing it too with your.
I mean, I'm just using that, like, it's just sumized volume for a given time period. Like, it's not really advanced, but it gives you a gauge of how the neediness of the people that are trying to buy in.
I still see it reversing though, but it's not.
I mean, it could, but now we're down ticking.
And now it's like, and I'm out of the long, but I'm just saying it could still come back. Okay, Harvey, I could tell you now when I got in, because I have.
I mean, sure, that could be useful, Matthew, but like I don't know how
Sure.
to read that properly.
What is a PDH? Is that previous day high? Is that?
For previously high, yeah.
Okay, well, at least. Right on.
I don't use the CVOL levels. What was the CVOL level? What area?
7750.
Oh. $58, okay.
Getting into it now. Bitch.
Worst thing that can happen is your girlfriend comes home after being out and cold, like having cold hands, and she wants to warm them up on my body. Like, what the hell?
That's what you're there for.
No, I'm not a heating pad.
Yes, you are. You literally are.
You literally create heat. You are a pad. So yes, you are a heating pad.
Exactly. Thanks, Specs.
Oh, I got fooked on the long and the short. I took 2 break evens. Oh well. This is the dumbest market I've seen in my whole life.
I mean, like I told you guys, like the hesitation we showed there, like it was perfect. Like the
Yeah.
problem is I can't trade it because I don't have long enough time to accumulate a position. So there's no point for me to even like try.
Still bullish.
God damn, what a chop fest though.
You would have shorted their risky.
Mm-hmm.
That's a C. Okay.
I mean, I sent you the picture where I told you that the volume is decreasing too fast. You saw the volume if you're looking at the picture.
Okay. I didn't look at it. Let me
The
look.
volume decrease of the picture on the picture, where we topped out pretty much. Like you needed to slam that on a market sell if you wanted to get in.
So wait, let me just.
That would
which
be
one's
roughly
the
60
volume
16
at the bottom. Yeah.
Yeah, 1624 would have been like the entry point, or 1024 Eastern Standard.
Mhm.
Nice.
I did not take that trade. I'm just saying that like you can see it clearly here. If you're looking at both like the upper indicator, the uptick downtick, you can see that it's like decreasing overall because it's a
Yeah, going
summation.
down, yeah.
And then the other one, the one in the middle, is the bid-ask delta. So basically market orders. And it's also decreasing in general.
Mhm.
Which means that you have a pretty significant signal there. If you're running tight risk, you can get a pretty nice trade for 6-7 points without any problem. Just as soon as you see volume picking up. So like let's in this instance, you would have gotten out. If you're looking at your price as the average entry, you would have gotten out at 1027. So you would have gotten 7 points out of it. Because volume was decreasing, but price was still going down. But downtick and bid-ask delta was turning direction. Sure, you could have held it for longer, but I don't think it's a particularly suitable environment for hold trades today.
Yeah, not today. No.
It's gonna chop too much for the majority of the session. Like NQ rips like 10 points in 1 second in one direction. So it's really, really choppy. Like it rips up and then down in the same instant. So I can't get the fill like on these conditions. I'm not even gonna try. Same thing, we're peaking in volume kind of, and uptick downtick is slanting downwards. Let's see if it's the same thing over again or if they are actually gonna push through it this time. I'm probably gonna bet that it's gonna push through this time around.
Yeah, usually the second time. Let's go.
Because now we're getting volume increase again and upticking slightly, but it's not breaking previous uptick highs. I think the people in the ES chats are pretty confused because they're saying like straight up, straight down. It's like they sound really confused. I don't see any straight up, straight down
Or
in
straight
any
down.
chart. In any charts I'm looking up, it's literally like sure we're ticking in one direction only when we're ticking. Like there's no two-way volume.
Oh yeah, there it is. Thank God.
Too risky.
All right, guys, what's going on? This is Ryan
You
with
guys
Block
still
Roots,
watching
and
this?
this is going to be the first part of our order flow roadmap series, and we're going to be talking about the auction market theory. We'll talk about the value area high and the value area low, and hopefully these areas will now make a bit more sense.
What's up, guys?
Hey, what's going on?
Down, bearish.
Happy wife's birthday, by the way.
Oh, she's happy.
You bought her some gemstones?
Yeah. Biggest scam in the world.
I don't know, man. Trading the ES today is a pretty big scam.
I thought this might go up to like 401 or 4001 before it goes down, but it was a little bit short. I got short a little bit earlier, basically, down like maybe a 2R.
Mm-hmm.
So not great, but it gave me the opportunity, and my guess was going to go to 62, 39, 62, which it did. Just not when I did it. Ruski, how'd you do?
What?
I made $1
One more time?
million.
What?
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 You made $1 million?
What? No.
For those of you guys who are in the levels room, hold on. For those of you guys who are in the levels room, I shorted basically at the inconveniently middle between daily +1 and +2. However, if I wasn't at dinner, a good test would be the daily +2 where it failed and retested it to the upside and then came down. That's what I anticipated. However, wasn't here. But I have a call in about like 5 minutes with one of you guys. Harvey, thanks for sending out daily levels. I'm double checking your shit right now.
You're double checking his levels that we've been using.
No. I told him what to use already, so
No, I know.
it's right.
I'm joking. He's good. He knows.
No,
what he's doing.
it's right, actually. Sorry, I'm just double checking. So the purpose is that I want. I'm going to be teaching it, so everyone's going to know it. But the best way to learn it is to actually send it out, and that's what they're doing right now. 77. Harvey, I'm not sure. You're off by like 10 cents on CL. You can message me and I'll tell you how.
Guys, look at those.
Was it?
The 2 videos there.
I'll message you afterwards, Harvey. I have a call 1 second. my dreams. The second one is interesting.
Whiskey, where do you find these videos? Are you actively looking, or are they just
No,
pop up
no,
on
no.
your
They're just popping up.
feed?
They're just popping up in my. They're just popping up on my Twitter feed. You know. It's like
I don't see these videos ever on my feed, just so you know.
no. Like it just says social media and see more, and that's all. Like it's not someone I follow. It's just
It's suggested videos, obviously.
Hey,
Well,
momentum
I-
looks like it's picking up.
I follow 48 people, so I'm not like.
Yeah. Specs, this is still like in the middle of the fucking profile. It's like the worst area. Can't do shit.
Can't have shit in Detroit.
At a point of control right in the body of this, but then you do have volume profile built at the top at 88. You could see it get pulled there at some point.
I think we're gonna break down, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm not taking anything here.
Where's your
Doing
next
anything.
level at? 50 might be a good level for a breakdown.
Yeah, I think testing 48, 44, that whole area.
I think
even
NQ
35.
Oh god.
for NQ it would be 11,674, where overnight low. The overnight low from European Open.
We're not far from
We can-
that, right? Yeah.
Yeah, we're not. You think that's the reason why people are refraining from buying everything? 'Cause we're literally at a teetering point, and unless the big boys step up, then this is far from done. And I'm not dipping my fingers in anything that I feel is foul. Right side of the V still works. The strategic petroleum reserve is like the use of that for political reasons is probably the stupidest thing I've ever ever heard of.
Yeah. You guys have that? Anything like that?
We have a similar thing to that, but we're never using it. Like it's completely blocked from usage for political reasons.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Like you can't use it literally.
Right.
It is exclusively used for like real emergencies.
Yeah, like an actual. I mean, you guys might have an emergency come this winter, no?
No, I mean the energy prices are stabilizing.
Yo, if I wanted to learn how to better read tape, Risky, what would you recommend I do?
Not read the DOM because that's a waste of your time, to be honest.
Okay.
Well, I think the DOM, not that you need to use it, helps you understand how everything else gets formed on the charts.
I mean,
Personally,
kind of.
think.
I mean, yes,
does.
it does. It
Yeah.
does, but but it's like you could use other tools to understand momentum and direction, and it's
Okay.
more or
You
less that's
could, but
what
if
she
you
wants.
want to, I'm the type of person that likes to be very, very granular because I need to know like how all the underlying things work. I may not use it, but it helps me personally, and this may not be use specs, but it helps me understand the charts better because I know exactly how the bars are getting filled and why.
So besides Dom, what else would you recommend?
Print.
Risky.
Like footprint or uptick, downtick, like something similar to that.
Great, the two things I don't have. All right, I'm gonna figure this out.
Do you use what, NinjaTrader?
Yeah, and I have a lifetime.
Do those charts not there?
They have footprint. It's just I'm doing an earn to trade combine, and they don't have access to it.
You mean through that you don't have access to the chart?
Yeah, like I have a lifetime whatever subscription. I have it normally, but because I have to do it through their special whatever code,
Yeah.
they don't even have it, which is kind of insulting.
Stupid. That's really stupid. They don't even give you the full access to the tools.
And I paid for it, and then there's no way I can use my subscription. It's just dumb.
Unless you pull it up on like a different laptop or a different computer.
Maybe oh, but then I need data fees for it, but I could figure that out.
I mean, Sierra is very inexpensive. It's $50 a month.
50?
Yeah.
Huh. I remember when it was 26.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, me and Zero used to use Sierra way back in the day. We used to do like statistical studies on it and shit. We used to like compile thousands of cells of data and just like put that in Excel, and you get like average rotation up and down on ES. We later realized that stuff is not that important, but it's cool. It's cool when you're new. You think you're getting somewhere, but
you feel like you've cracked the code. You should also watch like Fat Cat Trade and see how he's interpreting the DOM. I think it's like I don't read the DOM the way he does because it's like a 3-second chart type of situation. But everything he's saying applies to. I mean, he basically is explaining how to read the DOM the way he's trading. So I think it's helpful. It's very fast and it's hard to watch him a few times. And he's not going to say everything all at once, right? It's just like over time, you'll pick up a few things from him.
Yeah, I used to watch a lot of Fat Cat, but then I realized tape reading, the way he does it, is so intensive.
So intense.
I prefer to just look at a footprint, honestly. It's like the same information, but different.
Yeah, but like the concepts, like some of the concepts he's using, I was like, oh, I understand it now. Do you know what I mean? Like, because before I was like kind of guessing that that's what was happening and not really realizing it. But then having him sort of validate it, him see it too, help me understand it because I don't trade like he does. I can't trade that 3-second thing. There aren't any like really good resources out there to read. I don't know of any. I think like if you ask people, it is kind of hard. You know, like it actually is hard, and I wouldn't know how to teach it to somebody. You have to watch so many variations over time.
Yeah, that uptick downtick thing he's talking about sounds interesting.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Maybe I'll download what's it called? Thinkorswim, and does Thinkorswim have uptick downtick?
No, I don't think so.
No clue. It's not allowed for non-US citizens to use it, or non-native or European citizens can't use it.
I'm Canadian. I use that shit all the time, and they give me free real-time futures data. It's beautiful.
Well, I can tell you I can't get an access to there because I'm European and
Tell them
well,
you're Canadian. Just
Oh.
see. We could do this right now. Oh,
Can
they
tell-
might ask for a phone number. That's the thing.
yep. Phone number, KYC to prove you're you, and then I'm fucked.
Even if TOS has it, I doubt it's very good. Their tools are not great for order flow.
I'm gonna be right back because I'm gonna listen to some podcast and then I'll be back later.
Okay, see you risky.
Let me actually check how long this is. So it's 30 minutes. I'll jump in if I see anything interesting.
Okay. Yeah.
We broke down.
Yeah. I just don't see it as like a real breakdown because it's just weird action.
Hmm?
If it's gonna break down, it doesn't take this long.
Short answer, they just slammed the bottom of MQ. That's what happened. They stopped ran the bottom of it and just ran the overnight lows. And ES didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Just a note though that NQ fell through the level, and like leading this.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Well, that was a nice little scalp there on my part.
Is that NQ?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fell fast.
I slapped the shit out of it. And I mean really the shit out of it. That was nervous, that's why I went quiet, because I did not want to talk anymore. I felt a little bit awkward. That was a little bit too erratic of a trade for me, to be honest. Like, we had the initial push down, then we consolidated and kind of chopped at 11:01. And then I slammed it, and I mean like really slammed it, because that was the fattest size I've ever had in NQ. And then basically when we stalled down at 47-ish, well, roughly when NQ, well, ES was hitting the iceberg at 53 even, like I unwinded my NQ short position. So I have 5 lots out of 120 lots on NQ. So that was fat. But, well, it worked out. It worked fine. I have fucking cramps after that. Not healthy trading like that.
Your stomach's turning. That's not a good sign.
No. But that was like too much size, if I'm to be completely honest. Like basically the majority of the volume that absorbed at 52 and down to 50 was me on NQ. So like it's like on the first slam down they did. Like now we've traded quite a bit there, but because I was pretty much first in queue to get out. That's the only time I actually put where I can put like a full limit order on the bid or the ask if I'm getting out of a trade. Because I don't really care if they slam it. If they slam it, then it doesn't matter to me. That was intense. Yeah, the unwind was way faster.
That's a good question.
Because when they slammed it, the NQ was slammed at the same time as ES was slamming, and there was heavy absorption at 53 and heavy absorption at 54 and 53. And basically at the same time we were running through that area where I was filling. I think it took me 3 seconds to fill, like, because they slammed through it.
That's
like
fast.
Yeah, one guy that filled one of the orders that went through was 64 lots onto the one opposite trader, because I can see the fill orders. So that was intense. I'm happy with that. I just have to you know the combine specs which I'm doing for my brother. That one, like I struggled yesterday and I took like a decent loss on the account. Didn't stop because I had faith in my own ability. So I did not run but I ran down like quite a lot of profits that I gave back. So sad, but it is what it is. So today it's gonna be like some small scalping and that's and see if I can build anything. See if I can get back to $1,000 in profit on that account. Oh, he didn't. No, I wasn't on negative. Like I gave back. I was at $1,600, and I gave back 800 roughly. So it was a huge downside.
Was anybody in Fat Cat's room? Apparently, he took a pretty big hit.
Really? That's unfortunate.
Well, not a big hit, just tilted. Well, that's normal.
That sucks. Today's like a shitty day. It really is.
What do you mean, like? I mean, what is a large loss in correlation, considering he trades like 2 MAE from time to time?
I guess it would be multiple. He went 3K.
He lost 3K.
Well, not one 3K? Shot. I bet it's not one shot. I bet it's like fucking 6
How the fuck?
shots.
How the fuck do you know it's 3K?
I don't know.
Probably said it. Wait,
Oh,
were
I
you
don't
there?
see it anywhere.
Nope, he has bumped it up a notch, between 4 or 6, and then I even seen him try and do 12.
Well, he averages about 3 to 5K a day.
No, I think his average is more like 1 to 2K a day.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes he gets more.
Oh,
if
no,
he
but
lost
that
like, if he
I mean,
lost 2K or 3K, that'd be really shitty. Like really shitty.
I mean, some days if you're counting commissions, like I don't get it how he really like comes above break even, but because I have like $3 round turn per lot, so at least. Then if you're trading 8 lots and you're losing $100 like 10 times, and then making like total of 30 trades a day, and you're trading average of 6 lots, because he's trading the majority is 4 or 8, which he's trading.
Yeah.
Like I don't get it. Like I don't personally get it how he makes it, but and it's not me judging him, so don't get it wrong. Like I just don't understand it.
I know what you mean by mathematical point of view. Rack up a lot of fees.
The fees are tremendous. Like think about it. Like
is.
eight lots, and you're getting like $100 loss on those as well. And you're saying like your average is $3.14 or something round trip. Like just from one trade, that's $25, and he's taking like 20 trades a day. So it's $500 in just fees.
That's fucked up.
Oh.
I had this friend that's like starting on futures, and he's like playing MES, and he takes like 100 contracts on MES. I'm like, why? Like, why are you doing that? Just trade ES. Like, I don't. He keeps arguing it's like easier for him to scale out.
It is not.
Not it makes no fucking sense.
At 100 lots, that doesn't make any fucking sense on MES.
Makes no fucking sense. Like I'm like,
so send him over and we'll straighten him out because that.
I mean,
makes no sense.
And also his stop loss is like 24 ticks of ES. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like
at 100, 24
well, like,
ticks.
excuse me, this system, like he's new. He has traded CFDs, which I don't know what that's all about.
I mean, CFDs work the same as the futures. Like, there's no difference.
What I'm saying, so I feel like he has experience, so I don't want to like making my point. But I was like, okay, this system is kind of fucked up. Like, I don't subscribe to this. I don't encourage it. And your win loss might be really high now.
Yeah,
it's
but
not going to stay that way.
I'm not the greatest with math. I had to do the math there. That's $3,000 drawdown every time he makes a fuck up.
That's what I mean. I'm like, your drawdowns are so massive. All you need is like 2 to 3 in a row. Like, I don't know. People don't listen. Like, nobody fucking listens. I tell them to all paper trade. Nobody paper trades. Lose money. Then they paper trade. Nobody listens. So I'm done talking about futures to anybody. Like, I don't even tell people.
That's literally what I said the last time me and my girlfriend were out for Halloween thing. People asked me about financial advice on stocks and whatnot. I'm like, don't just like
Don't ask.
if you're having if you're holding like in a investment portfolio that's like long term, just don't fucking sell now. Okay, that's the only thing you have to worry about. Just like, if you're monthly saving into the shit, just continue with doing that. Don't fucking bother. Like, unless you want to spend like hours and hours on doing this and understanding it, and you have the interest to do so, then don't even start. Like,
Yeah, it's like
it's literally like.
So, like, I went out, my girl, like, obviously females don't trade, they don't really understand the market or whatever. So, like, whenever I'm out to dinner with my friends, I'm like, I will teach you guys. And they're like, oh, okay, cool. I'm like, okay, it's gonna be hours and hours of work. And they're like, never mind. Like, when I tell them what it's actually gonna take, they're like, forget it. We have no interest. I would honestly teach, I would teach, but I just don't want to waste my time. And so I'm like very upfront. Like, it's going to take months, even years for profitability. And you have to devote all of your free time to it. Nobody wants to do that.
No, nobody wants to do that.
No.
I've tried to explain this to people that I mean, the thing is that like trading a 100 MES, it's quite a large drawdown. Like, it's $500 per point he's fucking around with.
He's fucking around big time, and it's all gonna come back to him at some point,
I had some big shots. No, not FC. That's someone else. It depends, Jasser. Certain brokers don't accept if you exceed a certain amount of lots. They don't care if it's 100 lots on MES or 100 lots on ES. It's double the margin as soon as you exceed that amount.
Yeah, he uses Trade of 8. So I think
I don't know if Trade of 8 has the double the margin after 100 lots.
I don't know if it does either.
Yeah, I know AMP does for sure.
Okay. I mean, it kind of makes sense that you would have. I mean, even the margin requirements right now are so low. It's ridiculously low.
I mean, really what you're doing is that the other large accounts that are in there, they're using the other account as collateral for their trading. So it's it's a mixed bag of shit.
That's a mess. If everybody goes down.
Yep. So that when people are not using their money, then they're using it as collateral to loan to other people. So
good stuff.
I mean, it's protected up to a certain amount, but they're using it for leverage instead of loaning money, Jasper. Instead of taking a loan for, sure, they're handing it back, but intraday, they're handing it back. Because of the tightness of the margins, you're not allowed to trade excessive amounts. They have large traders which have, several $100,000s or millions of dollars in there. They don't care if they have, if they're just sitting with the money, because they're using it for hedging purposes. Most other people. Not for speculation. You have a guarantee of a certain amount of dollars, Jasper, but most of these brokers are not, it's not like a bank. The security of it is not the same. But it's not the same as FTX. That's not what I'm referring to. They're using some of the margin of the money they have in the accounts. to use to enable leverage. Like, there's no way they will like literally put up the money up front. Like, let's say they have 1,000 users that uses a margin of 300 times, which is roughly what it is equates to. Like, just say for current price for ES, it's $500 per contract on average. And one contract's notional value is 198 grand, or in CME margin, it's 1,100 something, 1,150, I think. And you're using 500 of that. The rest of it, the actual broker has to submit CME as margin, which means they have to put in all that money. And they have to have it on hand, on standby. There's no way they're gonna take a 3 or 4% loan just to have to enable people to trade that margin for a few fucking pennies of of brokers' fees or commissions. There's no way that's profitable to have that structure. Jag fattar inte varför det kommer ut lukt genom den jäveln. Någon jävel som står och lagar mat och så kommer det igenom fläkten.
Got a hot mic if you're listening, Whiskey.
Yeah.
Or
I'm
Mimi.
sorry. That's my bad.
We couldn't understand anyway.
Yeah, no, there's no way I would understand.
Well, yeah.
Still have better English than me.
Well, what do you mean? That's not possible.
No, like
No,
you're
no, no,
cursing
no.
somebody off.
No. We're talking. It's talking in Swedish, and like somehow the what's it called, the fume hood from cooking, whatever it's called. I can't remember what it's called in English right now.
Exhaust.
The exhaust from the above the stove.
Yeah.
Basically, like somehow I don't know, like it's not checking out because I live in an apartment complex, and I can smell whatever someone else is cooking.
Oh yeah.
So
It
I'm
travels.
getting pissed off. So and hungry at the same time.
That's an easy answer.
What?
That's
what
an easy answer. They're all connected, right? So when
Yeah,
somebody
they're all-
backfeeds, so the solution to it is to run yours constantly or just plug it.
I mean,
Because
like
with the
usually,
negative pressure, they're putting
Yeah.
pressure on the system, which is allowing yours to be open gate, right? Or if the dampener is, it's a shit fucking system. It's not really going to work as best as possible. So turn your fan on, the way the pressure won't come through to you.
I think it's because it's very windy outside. So
That is another reason, right? So it's going to back pressure the whole system.
yep. But that's what we were talking about, basically.
John. Oh yeah, and you know what? It's always the person with the like, what is the food you're smelling? It's the
Right now,
worst, right?
someone is cooking onions
Fish.
and
Onions and fish. Yeah.
no
right?
onions and bacon. I think.
Oh, it's not that bad.
No. It's not. It's not an unpleasant smell. It's just I'm getting hungry and I need to focus on trading. You know.
So like
Bad
when
time.
my ex was living with me, like he used to cook like sardines or fish or whatever.
Oh fuck.
It was like the summer, so he has the window open, right? And you really can't smell it in the apartment. But our neighbor called the doorman to complain about smelly fish. And it wasn't an exhaust, but it was like because the window was open,
Which is kind of
traveled
Sure.
my window to his window.
Oh,
But he
there's a
literally
solution to
called the
that one too.
doorman. I'm like, you're such an asshole. Like
I
you
have a
can't even
solution
come.
for that one too. If I was the doorman, I'd be like, "So did you try closing your window?"
Yeah, exactly. Just close your fucking window.
If you're in a city and you're complaining about smells, it's like,
People complain about everything.
yeah, I know, but I mean, like, how do you control the fucking smell of the subway? Like, well, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
It's like our kitchen's
Smells.
nowhere near his kitchen. You know, like it's like, what do you want us to do? Close the window? Like it was kind of
Well,
gross.
the real solution is that he should close his window, right? Like, I asking me to, no, if you have a problem, then you need to solve it.
Yeah,
right?
you solve it. Not
So I
me.
need to solve your fucking problem. I don't need to solve your problem.
Okay, are we gonna see the same pattern as the rest of the week, where Europe closes? We just ramp all the way up
Do you think we're just
for
gonna eat
an
them
hour.
alive here?
Huh?
Just gonna eat them alive here? And
Yeah, they're gonna stop run then in a second.
That's what I
Europe
mean. I
closes
think we
in 2
can run
minutes.
all the way up to 4,000, and then we're gonna have the weekend. Potentially, right? It's just
Well, that would be wishful thinking,
then
but
over the weekend, because they don't like the 4,000 area, they're gonna jump it
Mm.
and get to 4070 to that high volume there. And then we'll have to start a new battle Monday.
I mean, I'm sitting with shorts here, so I would hope for it to puke a little bit, but it's a partial. It's not the full size, or even above 1 risk. Just hoping I can get a nice little final push down. Come on. Gimme, 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 gimme. Okay, fuck you then. I'm unwinding here instead. Fuck that shit. I'm not gonna risk any money. I'm out. Fuck that shit. Euro close always fucking retarded. Like, I don't know why.
It's like that rebalancing the last 10 minutes.
They have rebalancing for 5 minutes. Where they have an open auction. So,
11:30,
yeah.
11:35.
Yep. Well, 11:25 to 11:30 is when they have the rebalancing. They have the last auction there. Just like you have on ES, the last 5 minutes are the most volatile, where you have equity close. So you basically have a call.
That really happens like within 10 seconds or whatever.
Yeah, but sure, you have the rebalancing of ETFs. That's 10 minutes before and funds. That's 10 minutes before close, and then you have basically the call of in the end, where they auction the last bit, where you basically have a market order at close orders that execute for the last 5 minutes. And then you have the really fucking insane shit the last 30 seconds. Opening auctions and closing auctions. My fucking bad.
Fuck, that sucked.
But you guys have 10 minutes. So basically, you have closing time, a cutoff time for MOCs and LOCs orders is 3:50 p.m. And then you have 3:55 closing D orders to be included in the closing imbalances. That is until 3:58, where you can no longer cancel MOCs or LOCs or CO orders. That's how it's done for both ES, well, not ES, but for NYC and Nasdaq. Like, not NQ, but Nasdaq, the actual exchange. Happy I closed out my short. Would have been painful. What the fuck is Baker Tilly for? Oh, it's a fucking accounting shenanigans. Fuck that. I'm not gonna apply for that for the life of.
Excuse me.
How much you want to bet that Numbers is tired from watching the kids yesterday?
He is tired from watching kids. I already know that.
Those kids wore him out. I don't know how many there were, but they definitely wore him out.
I mean, he wears himself out, to be honest. So
Yeah, but kids are a different story.
yeah, I don't think he needed a bike run yesterday, at least. I don't understand how there can be this many freaking like auditing businesses and like all this shit. How many accountants do you need, really? Like every single,
lot.
like
It's so much, like it's so labor intensive.
yeah, I know.
It's also the worst job. Who the hell wants to be an auditor?
Well,
That's like a very specific type of personality.
Funny part is there's a lot of that personality.
I know it is.
This is
It's
true.
so true. It's so true, Harvey.
I like how they're firing their head of portfolio construction and fund research in a lot of funds in Sweden right now.
Interesting, because they suck.
Yep. I've been having a rant about that for a year, that they suck, and finally they start firing them.
Finally, the truth comes out.
Well, I mean, everybody's a fucking genius in a bull market, I guess.
Yeah, everyone's getting fired now.
Well, I hope so. I need some fucking easy money to do something outside of this. Then I can just have this in a business on the side, and then that's it.
Yeah,
And I can work.
same.
It would be less intensive, because then I could also claim that I'm a genius, because I'll buy the bottom, and then it'll just go up from there. I can get free money for 10 years for sitting there and twiddling my thumbs and just that ETFs look good. Let's buy it.
I want to create an ETF. It seems like everyone creates a fucking ETF.
No. You don't create an ETF. You copy a underlying index.
And let the other one
Well,
burn
that's
out.
what I
Yeah,
mean.
exactly.
You
Let
just-
the other one sizzle out, and you're like, "This is perfect timing."
Just,
Exactly.
like,
Like a
make
new
one.
gold miners E ETF.
Yeah, I'm gonna create like my own crypto ETF after the shit storm and collect fees.
Well, it's good to be wrong when you're wrong.
Oh, wasn't there like a Wall Street Bets ETF? Wasn't there? Or no? There's some shitty ETF that.
It doesn't sound cool.
There's some shit that got launched. Maybe it was by Barstools. It was something like that. Where they were trying to capture like this stupid meme stocks. Whatever Wall Street Bets was pushing. I mean, the fact that they can put a fucking ETF out there. Like, how hard could that be? You don't even have to be smart, you know? Obviously.
No, it's data collection.
Yeah.
Fucking already giving it to you, right? You just have to track what the meatheads say and write it down. Straightforward. Good to be wrong when you're wrong. There you go. Here, fuck. Late.
I should have held that.
Should have saw that coming. Should have saw that coming at the 39.70.
It's very slow
Interesting.
paced, this move down.